Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcome you back to Lovecraft Country and Conarium, the sequel to At the Mountains of Madness. And I do have to apologize about last episode. I said I would put a link to At the Mountains of Madness, which is stored in its entirety at hplovecraft.com for anyone to read, and I forgot to do so. I've corrected that in the descriptions there and the descriptions here. But for now, as you may recall episode, we managed to activate a creepy mechanical head. But first, there's a couple things. One thing about games like this is you have to be very careful when you're searching, as you can miss things. And after last episode, I took a moment to take a look around to make sure there wasn't anything else that I'd missed. It's a rather boring process, so I don't bother recording it, but I will show you the results. Now, in one of the crew quarters, way back here, past this mechanical thing, I find Dr. J. Barlow's notes. February 14th, 1949. As far as my knowledge permits, one can say that this plant has been residing in the darkest recesses of the ancient myths for a considerably long time. It is believed by some authorities on the subject of this plant, amidst the others, was used in the antediluvian. Now, antediluvian is a word used a lot, but it means before the flood. Essentially, that means before the flood of Noah. There's a lot of mythology involved with that, especially with the Book of the Grigori, but I'm not getting into that right now. The antediluvian mushroom cults of Sahara. There are some references to it in the elusive book Kitab Kanulk. Some medieval ancient alchemists refer to it as Mirage of the Oasis. Scholars of esotericism witness it on their voyage in the hottest deserts of the occult. Some influential individuals of the aforementioned arts claim that they found it during the respective times, but nothing was brought into daylight afterwards. So we have nothing in our hands other than some vague allusions and beguiling remarks from the shamanistic guides and scholars of the ancient arts. Okay, so yeah, that was in here in one of the crew quarters that was just tucked aside. Oop, no, don't need that, I got the lights on. Anyways, close the door behind you. I'm not a barbarian, although I was a barbarian over here. Now, and the other thing that I missed, well, apparently it's not a door, so I'm not a barbarian. The other thing I missed was in the infirmary. Let's see if I can find that. Oops, no, that's where the creepy mechanical head is. We want to head to the infirmary. Let's see if I can get, here we go. I am certainly getting turned around here. Sorry, I've been a little too long away from the game, and the controls are getting a little clunky. It'll get back to me soon enough. But yeah, the infirmary is over here across from the crew quarters. I missed something over here too, the waste basket. Now, it may not seem like much, you can't reach it here, but if you duck, you can find a piece of paper that was thrown away. I was told everything started after the disastrous incident during one of the Conarium sessions, resulting in my heart stopping for a short period of time. On the third moment... Wait. Note about my momentary death and suspension? You know, you should let a person read their own medical records, not just throw it out. On the third morning after the incident, the first of the mental attacks occurred. After an uneasy sleep, I am told that I burst into a frenzy so powerful that the combined efforts of 3 men were needed to calm me down. Now, we actually saw that in last episode when I found the medical records. I didn't realize it was me, so that was Gilman. That makes me Frank Gilman. And if you have read The Shadow over Innsmouth, or seen, well, my series on the Dark Corners of the Earth, you'll realize why Gilman is a very bad name to have. Okay, so in my sleep I was babbling in an alien dialect of great edifices of light and shadowy mountains and valleys full of iridescent flowers or mushrooms. Ooh, smoking the funny weed. And when I came around, I saw the surge of madness died from my eyes, and in dull wonder I looked at the questioners and asked why I was bound. Now Dr. DeWitt has ordered me to stay away from any further sessions. Now that's a little weird, because we were just in a session. Or did we hijack the device for our own purposes? But yeah, over here was the documents. Sorry, we already picked that up. Was the documents detailing Gilman, me, apparently, being an individual who was briefly dead. Now, let's go back to that freaky mechanical head, shall we? Pick up the pace. Alright. I'm sure it'll have a lot to say. Probably nothing I want to hear. Now, it may seem weird that I'm closing all these doors. Wait, what? Oh, whoops, it's over here. Sorry. The creepy mechanical head is in Blake's room, not Barlow's. I don't know. Barlow just probably has, like, Playboys. Alright, so let's get this thing on the road. Okay, I'm already creeped out. Oh, hi. How you doing?
Who are you?
I'm Frank. Frank Gilman.
Is that so?
Is there a problem with that?
My name is Frank Gilman, an anthropologist joining this expedition upon the invitation by Venerable Dr. Faust himself.
What?
This thing is claiming that it's me. That's absurd. Why?
Okay. Now, if I recall on that little board over to my right, it claimed this device would hold a disembodied brain. So am I talking to my own brain? Or, wait, previous to that too, we also had a document saying that some people are having multiple personalities. So one of us is the real Gilman, assuming the brain in there is, and the other one just thinks they're Gilman? You know, and also, let's just talk about automation here. I know this was replacing other jobs, but apparently they're replacing the Lovecraftian protagonist job. That's just terrible. Alright. You are claiming that you are me, Frank Gilman, but you are just a machine.
You're claiming that you are me, Frank Gilman, but you are just a machine.
And you are just air.
Well, that's bio-racist. Air, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? It doesn't answer me.
Ugh. Already. It's 1949 and the AI are already disrespecting us.
Where is everybody?
They are here.
Okay.
I don't see anybody around. Are you sure?
Yes.
Sure. I don't know why I'm taking this thing's word.
What do you know about Dr. Faust?
He is the grand mastermind and the pioneer of this expedition.
Okay, so it's been programmed to ass kiss.
Okay, Frank. Tell me, why are you here exactly?
I am here because of my extensive knowledge on the human pineal gland. I am one of the Conarians.
Canaronaut. That's just terrible branding.
Conarianaut?
Well,
Voyagers beyond.
took you that long to think of it.
Beyond? What beyond? No answer.
Well, that was disappointing. Yeah, you take a nap. Okay, well that just happened. I may in fact have, just been speaking with my, disembodied mind, or one that thinks that's me. For example, I came to wonder if, Mr. Barlow here is, Blake, sorry, is going to be replacing all of us with those things. Dr. Faust.
Locked.
Of course. And what's mine? Oh, crying out loud.
Did I lock my door? I don't remember where my keys are.
Don't you hate it when that happens? You wake up from a coma in an abandoned base and you can't remember where you left your keys? I know it's happened to all of us. Anyways, I think we've done just about everything we can on this level. I'll double back at some point in the future if I discover otherwise, but I think it's time to see about that elevator. Wait, there's the elevator. Yeah, I'll get the directions back at some point. There we go. Now, like I said, there's more than one reason I close the door behind me, because if there's anything pursuing me amnesia-wise, I want to at least be able to hear the door when it comes. And past this... I didn't think so. Yeah, you're locked too. Okay, past the strange egg-like thing, chambers to the elevator. And let's see. Going down. Nice loading screen. A lot quicker than Mass Effect, too. Right then, second levels. Menswear and horrors beyond humans' imagination. Let's see. They expect me to go left. Let's go right. Just to mess with people.
It's stuck.
That's not gonna help. Right then. Ooh, what's this? Aha! A statue beautifully carved from blue crystal. It depicts a humanoid figure sitting in meditative pose. The most striking feature of the carving is the octagon mask it's wearing. Ah! Now, if anybody's actually seen Call of Cthulhu, you notice this represents sort of a combination of the Cthulhu statue and some sort of human worshipper wearing a Cthulhu mask. Huh, let's just... I'm sure it's worth something. Nothing else here. Alright then. Ah, close up there. Okay, so...
It's stuck.
I didn't think so.
It won't open.
Ah, for crying out loud, is there anything here that opens? Okay, we'll try this one next.
It's stuck.
Well, no, that's not what you're supposed to say. The subtitles definitely say biology lab. Ooh. Alright, let's check out the tree here. Now again, like I pointed out, this is not a normal tree. Despite having the green leaves of photosynthesis, it's not under full spectrum light, which means it's not actually getting it from that. Ooh, what's this? Oh, hang on. There we go, Glossopters. I'll have to look that up to see if there's an actual tree. Probably not. Anything else down here? See anything to interact with, just this far too normal tree. It's the normal stuff, I think, that freaks me out more. Alright, so let's pop this one off. Before we go into the lab, we'll just check out over here.
It's stuck.
Not surprising. Dude! Is that rainbow effect? Okay, we'll get over there. Just, you know, don't want the creepy guy to,
Won't open.
do that. Okay. I didn't think he'd be here. Now, the head said that all of the other explorers were here. They also called us just air. That made me wonder if maybe these researchers are the,
Looks like I need something to get this elevator to work.
Let's see. I think I have something. Let's see. Where do you... Ah, give me a second.
What was the need for such security measures?
Not really much of a security measure. Alright. Link elevator has been set up. They can now reach both the tower and bottom levels below the base. Okay, the tower must be the lighthouse that we saw before. The lighthouse-like thing we saw in the first episode. Camp equipment and parts of the portable submarines are being transported to the first campsite. Tower, base, cavern, entrance. So, we're in the mid-level right now. And, let's see. Hang on a second. Usually I is inventory, but, give me a second. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Let's see. That. How do I use it?
Looks like I need something to get this elevator to work.
You know, I thought that would be the device, but... If I click it, apparently it must not be the right one.
What was the need for such security measures?
I thought the handle would have been it, but I'm going to have to find something else, I guess. Alright then, I guess we're even labeled the barrels. God, how egotistical is that level of branding? I mean, I guess somebody got the contract for this and they're stinking rich. Alright, let's go into the bio lab. I'm sure there won't be another horror against mankind here. Alright then. Just leave the door open. This time. Beakers. Nothing to drink. It definitely needs a drink. Alright. Ooh, seems to be something wrong here. Huh.
Locked.
Nothing to interact with, though, so I'm not quite sure if we're supposed to fix it. It's... what's in the air? Alright, so let's check this door out.
Locked.
Looks like there's interesting stuff in there, too. Oof. Right, then. Alright. I don't understand this. Oh, things to read. Okay. Anything on the back? Nope. This just seems to be Antarctica with 3 spots. Could be the spots that we're actually on. This looks like some medieval manuscript. It could be describing the tree we saw in the center. In fact, it's probably exactly what it is, although these two don't seem to match the tree. That one might. New campsite was established, waiting for new samples. Whoa, what's going on here? Hi, kitty. That wasn't terrifying. Who's the cat associated with this? Don't know. There's a problem with one of the freezers. I've marked it. Again, why are we having such freezer issues in Antarctica? If you need something frozen, just close the dam. Just put it outside. Okay. Empty. Empty. Sometimes, I don't know. It would kind of make sense. I can't close that one. I guess it's stuck. Oh, something to read again. Dr. Faust is very tight-lipped about where he came up with a strange exploration device he built to glow, the Conarium, the thing that we had upstairs in the meeting room. The only thing he's told me that I came across shunned in forbidden volumes about a device of extraterrestrial origin. But again, these sources do not hint that it existed on Earth except in the dreams of those who like to chew a certain alkaloid. Herb. Right. Hi, kitty. The sessions we hold in the meeting room to adapt our nervous system to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If used too much, it affects the body to the breaking point. Yeah, why not use it more? But now I'm starting to like its use to its non-human sensations. I've started to feel it like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb more than ever before. I feel unconfined and much more receptive. But the particular aspect of the sessions of that, because it's a shared experience, I am able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories to belong to the participants. Usually my mind wanders after sessions, and I cannot focus my thoughts until I have slept for several hours. The strange device surely disorientates feelings and bodily functions. Must have to clean up the couches. But it offers of immense importance, which means, my dear friends, that I am probably not Mr. Gilman. Remember, we saw the document before about the potential memory issues. Can't interact with a cat, can I? Come on. Sigh. Wait, is that you moving in there? Not sure I want to open it with the autosave going on. I suppose I'm going to have to. Oh, that doesn't look like schmuck bait at all. Let's see if we can find some more stuff about that. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh. Huh. Phonograph cylinder. Okay. And yeah, of course. But
unfortunately, one of our researchers, C. Lenning, was found dead in the biolab last Tuesday.
Sound broken up.
Cause of death is currently uncertain, but judging by the accumulation of a mass of green substance found in his mouth and throat area. Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, thinks that Lenning was smothered by small, sticky greenish clumps that look like pollen, belonging to the living samples of the plant Sahiti, which is thought to have become extinct during the Paleozoic era.
That's what's behind me, isn't it?
Dr. DeWitt will perform a post-mortem examination on his body soon.
Well, that's great. This stuff's gonna kill me, isn't it? Oh, let's see. Phonograph recording. Yeah, we got... Yeah, guy's dead. Clumps of pollen did it, and DeWitt will perform its examination, which means that these things are of importance, which means that... I don't know. Let's see what happens. Cause that... well, that sucked. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, you know, maybe we'll have a post-mortem with that on us. Wait, I left this door open. Why is it closed now? Oh, that's great. What the heck is going on here? Okay. Oh. Nothing like that, kitty. Let's, nice kitty. I'm gonna do the, kind of same thing and kind of hope that was hallucination. Oh boy.
It's locked.
Ah, well, what do we do now? Oh, well, now you're open. Just tripping, I'm just tripping. It's all a bad dream. Too much. Ah! The heck just happened?
Oh, yes. These are the pre-human species we found frozen in a cave far south of the base.
Oh my god. These are the elder things, aren't they? The refrigerated elder things. These aren't dead, they're actually in stasis. If you read the novel, you know that, oh, well, you must be Mr. Lenning.
Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
I don't know, at least he's not in a container. Ah. E. Let's see what this goes to, shall we? Oh, paper. Anonymous note. We have finally finished excavating the monolith that... What is this, 2001? That has been silently waiting for a soul to see it again. Situated within the circular building, you retreat through the link elevator. Okay, so the elevator that I can't get to yet. The magnificent piece of carving buried almost halfway down a mound of debris and most probably could have written in the earliest pages of history. I cannot exactly explain my feelings for the first time, but when I stood aghast, contemplating that gigantic stonework inside the time-worn halls of silence, only God knows what ages have passed since its initial carving. Just thinking about its age sends shivers down my spine. What civilization could construct in such grandeur, now waving a forlorn goodbye without giving away secrets of its masters? Foremost, even though we are most damaged beyond repair, we spotted symbols resembling the rock art of the Sahara Desert in southern Algeria. We don't have any strong evidence to suggest anything, but Cornell Blake's clings mostly to the continental drift theory. In any case, we don't have to put the data on the age, but its evidence history needs to be rewritten yet again. Okay, so continental drift is... Yeah, I told you it was just hallucination. Continental drift is the concept, the scientific and proven concept, mind you. God knows science seems to be optional these days. That once upon a time... Yeah, there we go. Once upon a time, all the continents were put together in a giant continent called Pangaea. Now, this... I'm going to start tripping again, aren't I? And eventually they broke up into the continents we know. Now, we know the continents move. Oh, hey, look. Ah! Oh, God. Such a headache. I'm not even talking about the character at this point. Can't talk to that. I can't open that. Fine. What do I do to stop this? What do I do to stop this? Please, somebody tell me. Come on. Am I supposed to crouch here? What's going on? Can't see. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Sure. Pick up the Elder Totem. Oh! Huh. A lot of dream catchers there.
I believe no more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone.
You said that already.
I think you should retire to your room. I'm going to think a bit more.
Aspar York, I knew him well. Sure, I'll retire. So this must be a flashback of some sort. Remember, the Conarium is supposed to, the old-fashioned Nova et Visub Orbitus description. Description of the Earth, I think? New description of the Earth, and there's that damn plant again. That's one's messing with our heads right now. This is actually kind of nice. I wonder if they're actually depictions or just Agartha. Well, anybody doing my Secret World playthrough now knows that these two games are now in the same universe. Yes, it's supposed to be the World Tree, the Hollow Earth, that supposedly runs the entirety of our globe in 1949. They actually didn't understand that the it was all just lava down there. Or maybe it's all just a conspiracy. Like I said, Secret World seems to think so. Well, the World Tree... Sorry. Oh, man, the housekeeping staff hasn't been doing their job. Okay, now I definitely play like I'm in Call of Cthulhu again. As long as I don't have to run out of my bedroom in the middle of the night. Well, that's disturbing. I think it's supposed to be a representation of nightmares, which is definitely a theme for here. It's visions. Man, dude, whatever you paid for your artifacts of Esoterra, this is not worth screwing your family estate up like this. Yeah. Okay, definitely a nightmare, but it's nightmare. It literally was supposed to be a horse. That's where the word comes from, if you don't know. Okay. Don't fall through the floor. Don't fall... Oh, that's not my room. Ah, is this my room? Yeah, let's see if there's anything over here first. Nope, didn't think so.
It's locked.
Ah, we're on rails. Probably on rails for most of the game. Music changes. Things... Oh, God. Open the door. Open the door. No, I don't want to be eaten by the darkness. Ah! Ow. Okay, well that happened. I saved the game just in case. Let's check out the rest of the place, shall we? Antarctica, scientific historical timeline, the occupied continent, 1892. I don't actually think that was that accurate. Anything down here? Yes. There we go. Dr. Barlow's note on the diversionary mixture. Must be the drugs we're taking. Because, you know, there's... Gods. The drugs. Oops, sorry. Drugs that we're taking. Divarshe, the legendary drink of the oldest myths. I have heard about the elusive mixture decades ago when I was writing my Salvia divorium, also known as the Sage of Diviners, the genetic plant used mostly in rituals or shamanic mysteries, thus the Theo, meaning God, I think. That, though centuries no one could gather any information about it other than its legendary, mystical, proactive properties. In some sources, it was the drink of the gods. No, that's cocoa. Doesn't make you trip as much either. While in others, a key for opening gates to places that lie beyond the conventional human senses, the sole bridge to be passed in order to leave the body the restrictions of the flesh. Most scholars would kill even for a hint for one of its lost ingredients. There's something I was on the lookout for throughout my career, a new formula is for my mind. Hey, new Coke. I feel like there's a chance for me to produce, if not the original, the variant of legendary mixture de Vache with new clues I discovered in my work here. Oh, great. It is... This is why the corporations put so much money into this. They're actually looking, I suppose... sketchbook. Oh, this is interesting. They're looking for, a new, soft drink to market. Something humanoid in form. These sculptures initially remind me of the terracotta army sculptures carved with the funerary art buried with the first emperor of China to protect him in the afterlife. This is actually a thing in the real world. Massive clay... statues that are designed to protect the Emperor of China in the afterlife. I suppose it's better than burying them people with him. It's a lot of work. But judging by the writing on some of the bas-reliefs, we now believe these wooden puppets or golems were used to carry out their tasks for their masters, just like Egyptian Upuaut funerary figures, which are the servants of their owner in the hereafter. We saw golems in several sizes, and it was terrifying to see the huge ones sitting in silence as the carved and polished rock stools of waiting for command. Somebody started working with these things, didn't they? Oh boy. There are lots of gateways leading to the dark and damp corridors that were mostly carved in ages past. Some of them were covered by strange ivy-like plants swaying back and forth, despite there being no external force to move them. They seem to come from levels below, creeping through the crevices in the rock walls. To stop probable superstitious gossip from the crew, Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, guy tripping on the plant back there, personally started to examine them. The first submarine, yep, there'll be submarines in this game, explorations reveal what was lying under the underwater caves. They were striking features with the structures, which openings in them like doors and windows. They made us wonder where these caverns were carved underwater if they had been submerged at a later date, and thus is redundant to those who have carved them. Yeah, they probably were flooded later. I mean, most of this, you don't need stairs on the description here underwater, so obviously it was done before the water came in. Looks like that's it. Oops, hang on. We'll just take this. Gods, if the corporation's going to make money off this, I get something out of it. Cyclopean City, Older City Ruins, Mountains of Madness. Hey, shout out. Nothing on the back. Alright. Not touching that again. Alright, let's raid the desk here. The pronunciation of Zeesis. Really? That's all we got? Yes. Do you know how to pronunciate Zeesis? Because I don't. Nothing under here. Okay. The handle. Alright then. Now, like I said before, unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to... Just a regular Article 1. Probably have to cut this series episodes a lot shorter than the first one, just to keep the heat from building up in my card. So, I'm going to head over to the elevator and get that started, and then we'll pop in to see what's on the next level. Okay, so I will see you then. This has been Fantastic World, saying farewell from Lovecraft Country and the freaking bottom of the world in Conarium. And let's go see what the rest of the base has to show us in the next episode. See you then.